updates on sports stories across the globe, Abi Iyomon joins us. Good morning, Abi.
Good morning, Ayo, Dr. Rufai and Dr. Abati. Today we start the sports segment with Inter Milan, who won the 20th Scudetto there in Italy last night after a 2-1 victory against their perennial rivals, that's AC Milan. This makes them the second team to have at least 20 Serie A titles after Juventus, who have 36. It's been an exciting season for Inter Milan, who signed the likes of Marcos Thuram, in addition to Lautaro Martinez, to get that much needed win. It's been on and off for Serie A teams who've won the Scudetto in the last 4 years, from Juventus to Inter to Milan and Napoli. After winning, they seem to never come back to the top as they were. But this time, to see if Inter Milan can replicate what they've done this time out. But they have won with 17 points and 5 games to go. A big victory for them. And in England, Arsenal host Chelsea. Is going to be an important match for Arsenal, who are currently top of the table with 74 points, same with Liverpool, and they'll be hoping to extend their lead on the table against Manchester City side, who have played 1 game less, and at the end of today it will be 2 games less. And for Arsenal, they were off to a flying start in 2024 in the Premier League, but a loss to Aston Villa actually shook their battle for the Premier League. We'll see how it pans out in the Premier League, because the battle is quite intense and tight. Who knows if Manchester City will once more continue their resurgence, as they always do in the last 4 seasons, to win the Premier League, or will Arsenal win the Premier League for the first time in 2 decades? Time will tell. And in Spain, Barcelona are demanding a replay of the El Clasico because of the disallowed goal in the weekend's game. That's coming from the president, Laporta, who says that the game needs to be played, that he understands the pressure referees face, but La Liga ought to have a goal line technology, but they could not decipher if the goal had gone in. But from that camera angle, it showed that the goal actually went in. Looney caught the ball inside of the net. But there's no precedent set where a game was replayed in the La Liga, except in the Premier League in 1999, where the FA Cup 5th round game between Arsenal and Sheffield United was replayed, and Arsenal ended up winning by 2-1. And we have Nigerian world record breaker, that's Guinness record breaker, that's Tunde Onakoya, saying that he had to battle with food poisoning during his run in the chess marathon, which he ended up breaking by 60 hours. And we hope to see how well it will end, because we know that the Guinness Book of Records is yet to ascertain how many hours he actually did the marathon for. But in the next couple of days, Nigerians will hope to hear the news from the Guinness Book of Records. And yesterday, the Laureus Awards were held with so many world stars attending the awards. We had the likes of Usain Bolt, Novak Djokovic, and more attending the award. And for the sports Man of the Year award, Novak Djokovic won that award after having a very fantastic 2023, winning 3 of the 4 Grand Slam titles and also breaking Margaret Court's record. There is Atana Bonmati, who won the Best Woman of the Year award after getting the World Cup, after winning a treble, and also winning the Ballon d'Or, as well as the European Player of the Year award. Jude Bellingham for Real Madrid got the Breakthrough Player of the Year award, and Simone Biles, after coming back from injury, won the Comeback Player of the Year award. That's the news today on the sports segment.
Right. I mean, good one for Tunde Onakoya. It just shows Tunde is a champion. That's what he is. A champion does it with a pain. A champion does it afraid. And that's just what true courage is. Courage is not absence of fear. It's doing it in spite of the fear. You know, and that's what Tunde exemplified. And kudos to Tunde. And I will say kudos to Dr. Abati this morning. A very lovely and flowery article at the back page of This Day this morning. You should go out there and read. In fact, Dr. Abati, Atia Bokeme and Applaudisse Pului to you for that article. I mean, that really exemplifies the struggle, you know, of Tunde and what he's doing with that project, you know. Today, Arsenal facing Chelsea. For me, a part of me wants Arsenal to win the league. I don't want Man City to win the league. So I want them to beat Chelsea. today.
Why?
Yeah, because Chelsea is not going anywhere. We are ninth already. Let's collect our faith. Kamu, like that. It's Kamu, you know. And for our brothers in South Africa and everyone just listening to that, is accepting your faith. So I want Arsenal to go ahead, probably pip Chelsea, and see if they can win a couple of games and Man City slumps. Let me tell you why I don't want Man City to win. Because it will make mockery of the Premiership. That a team won back to back in a row. The Premiership will also be a very competitive league. It will now turn Premiership to La Liga or Bundesliga that Bayern has been winning for how many times. And we don't want that in the Premiership. So it's Arsenal we're rooting for. I will still throw jabs at them that they're experts in failure, but I want them to win the league this year. That's my own view.
But Rufai, I don't know if you agree with me, the fact that, yes, the Premier League, there's a lot of competition in the Premier League, but it's becoming a lot more predictable. Man City has dominated, whether even if they win, they do not win it this time out, because for a team to keep on competing every year, year in, year out, and it seems that even when they are going down, they become resurgent in January or February, like we are seeing that happen once more. It's seeming like a script at the moment.
Yeah.
But even if we might want to call it complete dominance, I think it's also a huge kudos to the manager, that's Pep Guardiola, a very good manager, a genius who thinks the game, who a lot of managers actually copying, because we see the inverted midfielder, how fullbacks now become midfielders. That started from Pep Guardiola. So I think Manchester City might just be able to do it once more. It might be a tall order for Arsenal, who are almost always near winners.
Yeah.
I don't think Arsenal may even have that
I get you.
dexterity to get
I
the
get
Premier
you.
League.
And that's the most important reason you said. Because if he wins this now, Pep Guardiola don't go allow us hear word. That's the problem.
All right, I think we should stop this hate speech against Arsenal. It shall not be tolerated, especially you, AB. I thought we were, supporters in this. How can you say such a thing that we're not meant to be winners? But anyways, looking forward to that match later on tonight. Thank you, Rufai, for your support. But today I'd like to just, you talk about the awards, and Simone Biles actually won Best Comeback as well, amongst others who have been recognized. And just to shine the spotlight on her a little bit, just one of the most decorated gymnasts in US, broke the 90-year history as well. And just to see the fact that despite that she was out, come back stronger and is able to inspire other people, with her excellence, as a gymnast. And then moving on to Erik ten Hag. Yesterday, Dr. Bati had talked about what his fate was, whether or not he'll be kept. It's still not yet been announced whether or not Manchester United will be keeping him. But a number of people have opined that the dismal performance of Manchester United, it looks like the writing is on the wall and it's time for him to leave. 7th on the table currently, 16 points off top 4. It doesn't look like they're anywhere close to it. They went out in the group stages during the Champions League. It looks like Erik ten Hag's time is up. But will they bite the bullet, or will they keep him on to see if he can work some magic to revive Manchester United to their old glory?
Well, if Erik ten Hag manages, if Erik ten Hag manages to win the FA Cup final against Manchester City, and you add to the Carabao Cup that he won last season, maybe that may save him. But can Manchester United beat Man City in FA Cup final? That remains to be seen. But congratulations to Inter Milan. Winning the Scudetto for the 20th time. That's a big achievement. And they've won the local derby, 6 times consecutively, beating their local rivals, that's AC Milan. So they've made great history, 20 times. But they are still behind Juventus. Juventus has won that league crown 36 times. So that's the difference. And congratulations also to all the winners of the Lenore, awards. It's good that you has mentioned Simon Biles. Djokovic has won Sportsman of the Year 5 times. But the big revelation is Jude Bellingham, who I mentioned yesterday, who has scored, phenomenal goals, I think 17, in the league. And he helped to save, to win for his side against Manchester City in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Very quickly, Yesterday, the spokesperson of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria issued a statement. I think his name is Rita Komindi, where he assured everybody that Nigeria is prepared for, the Paris Olympics, and that funds will be made available, and that even debts will be settled. I hope that that promise will be kept. Already we were told that some of the home-based athletes are in Bahamas for a World Athletics competition. But the one that we are interested in is to make sure that these persons going to the Paris Olympics are well taken care of and all their allowances are provided. He says the Minister of Sports has made the promise. Well, we hope that Sergeant Eno has truly made that promise, and that we will not say that Olympics, participation by Nigeria is frustrated by the lack of resources and failure to attend to the welfare of our athletes. Finally, Nnadozie Chiamaka, Nigeria's goalkeeper, Paris FC goalkeeper, she has been shortlisted, as one of the best. She's been nominated, shortlisted, as one of the best goalkeepers this season in women's football in France. We hope she gets it. She did very well in the African Cup of Nations. She helped us to qualify for the Olympics, and even with her club, she has a reputation as a very strong, penalty stopper. We are rooting for her. We hope she gets it. Thank you very much, Ebinyon.